It's Luke and Naomi. Woo-hoo!
Hello.
Hi.
Getting there. Getting better. 1% less worse every episode at starting the show.
I think it's like 0.5%. Let's
Getting
be
better.
honest here.
0.5% less worse every episode at starting the show. Welcome in. It is episode 147 of Luke and Naomi on Air, featuring Naomi's Under a Rock reviews. Perhaps Naomi's most Under a Rock review.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's up there.
I got to tell you, I mean, this is the closest thing we've ever gotten to backlash, but the reaction online is very surprised still to the whole thing. Rochelle, what's up? Welcome into the chat.
Hi, Rochelle.
We are live on YouTube, by the way, youtube.com/@Luke and Naomi on air, just like you can find us everywhere. If you're listening on audio after the fact, you can jump into the chat live every Monday night at 7:30.
We're here.
And holler at us at, whatever crazy things Naomi says or whatever nonsense that I've got going on.
That you say, yeah, because that's more likely to happen.
So the
nonsense.
most Under a Rock review, the reactions, and I mean from people who I thought were close friends of yours and people who I thought have listened to us for a long time.
Yeah, but I mean, we've done a lot of them that I should probably have known, like E.T., The Sixth Sense, Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
Those
sure.
are the ones that we usually go to. This is one of those movies that has been on the list since day one, and we just never really got around to it, but we also didn't really talk about it a lot. I'm going back through...
Yeah, because I don't care. You know what I mean? Like...
Well, and I'm going back listening through some of our older episodes, and we talk about Jackie Brown, and we've got to watch that. We're gonna watch that soon. So that's still on like in the back of everybody's mind. And this one, I don't think we have ever mentioned.
There's barely been a tease,
ever.
which does make sense why everybody's so surprised. And we've gotten more than one Naomi. Nobody puts Naomi in the corner.
I love it.
By the way,
I love it.
So to that end. It's okay. Johnny's here. We're going to get to Naomi's review. Very Under a Rock review of Dirty Dancing coming up a little bit. It's so funny because I've seen this, I grew up with a ton of my older female cousins visiting my grandmother who lived downstairs. Yeah. So I feel like that movie was just on nonstop every weekend.
Makes sense.
Any chance.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, watching it back, I'm laughing because I remember this stuff as a kid. Never paid attention to really the context of what was going on in the movie, and it's just, I'm very excited to get to this. I do want to give a quick little disclaimer, a quick little warning. If you're listening to this, expecting Naomi to, gush over your favorite movie too, you might be in for a rude awakening there. So I'm actually a little amped about this because of what you've done to some of my favorite movies. So I'm really excited to get into Dirty Dancing.
We'll get there. I have some thoughts.
I'm sure you do. And I have some too. I won't hesitate to share.
Oh, I'm not surprised there.
When we get there as well. So as we say, if you've seen it, relive your first watch through Naomi's eyes. If you've never seen it either, should you? If you've never seen it either,
join the dark side.
You probably just don't care about movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So Dirty Dancing coming up in just a little bit. We got to jump into our weekend love-hate lists, though. What do you got?
I love that the weekend didn't go as planned. I'm a big planner, plan out way too much all the time. And everything changed on Friday, got invited out with some friends, and it was like, okay, yeah, I mean, we weren't going to do a whole lot anyways. Let's do it. So ended up doing that. So that was a lot of fun, meeting up with some friends, good conversations, all of that. Really enjoyed that. Not really any hate for the weekend.
So you don't hate that the plan got disrupted?
No, I think it was a good thing. Sometimes you need your plans disrupted. Sure. You can't structure out everything. That's just not how things work.
One of my favorite quotes from a college professor is make a plan and plan on making changes. So that's kind of how that went.
Yeah, exactly. And it ended up being better than, what we were going to end up doing anyway. So worked out great. Hate, I guess, is just, the weekends just go by too fast.
Isn't that everybody's hate? That's the built-in one.
But it's getting worse every single week, I swear. The weekend hits and I'm like, yeah, and then I blink and it's gone, and I'm like, I can't go back to work yet. I haven't recharged yet, so...
No, you spent too much time having fun, and you know...
You don't even get, like, a moment to recharge.
You wipe yourself out on the good weekends, the extra fun ones.
Yeah, so that's the hate.
Yeah, so impromptu beers, that's what you said, ended up going out with some friends. That's how I wrote it down, was impromptu beers on Friday. It was great. If I had a hate, is that we didn't get to the beach, but, you know, we live
That's
here,
fair,
so we
yeah.
can go to the beach anytime. And I don't know where it lands, if it's a love, if it's a hate. It's not a hate, but I don't think it's a love. No World Cup for us. We didn't do any of the... I turned it on with like 3 minutes left. Spain had already scored. We were out running around doing some stuff, and it was just like, oh, let's see if they had scored at all.
At one point, and it was 0-0 halftime. I'm like, all right. And then I forgot about it.
Yeah, so that's, you know, I don't know. I'll watch in a couple of years when the girls get back to it, because the U.S. ladies are always better. So,
you
we'll have a chance at winning it, and I'll have something to, pay attention to, I suppose. So,
sure.
I don't know. Good that the World Cup's over, because I was kind of getting tired of everything about it too, and it's just crazy.
Sports.
I can't remember if I saved it or not, but we had like, it might even be in facts, something like that. The World Cup, the money that was spent, and it's just absurd. From the Facebook page, Brandy, who was also very upset at you for not having ever seen Dirty Dancing, which I blame, you guys hung out enough. Why didn't she make you watch it?
We probably just didn't get to it, because I watched Bambi for the first time with her. And Rocky Horror Picture Show. And I'm sure there's been a couple of other movies. Yeah. There's been a couple of things. Brandy knows how much under a rock I live. I just, it probably...
No, apparently she doesn't.
Well, apparently she didn't know about Dirty Dancing. Like...
No, she's very upset, along with a couple other people as well. But Brandy writes in for her love-hate. She said, didn't have any hates. Mom got out of the hospital after a couple of weeks, which is great.
Yeah.
Her sister-in-law visited from South Carolina, and she got to meet a new niece and nephew.
That's cool.
So it was a great weekend. Rochelle said she didn't have any hates either.
Good. I love that nobody's got some hates here. Like, that's good.
Oh, cider mill donut. She had her first cider mill donut. That already tops our weekend. We had a good weekend, but that sounds just amazing.
I had goosebumps as soon as I heard
Remember
it.
we used to get like, would we get the cider donuts when we were in like Tupper Lake? Yeah. Oh man. And then she said she went exploring her mother-in-law's wood trails, and the weather was beautiful. That sounds like fun too.
Yeah.
So hell yeah. Don't forget, you can share your weekend love hate lists on our Facebook page, Instagram, whatever. Text us if you have the number, drop them in the,
call us, whatever.
Drop them in the chat right now if you're live, and I'll interrupt Naomi the next thing she's talking about.
There you go.
So Rochelle, by the way, is in the chat. She said she really loves the Dirty Dancing, so just brace yourself, okay? Just brace yourself.
It won't be bad.
Winter is coming.
Well, just, I just have some notes. That's all.
Some notes. I love it. All right, that's it for our weekend love hate list, I think. Did we get to everything? We covered everything
I think
there.
so.
We'll jump into our recurrent dose of Did You Know? Get some random facts going for episode 147. We should have saved this movie for like 150 or a celebratory number. But what I think I want to do is just start saying stay tuned for episode 150, and we're going to celebrate and then get to that and be like, we're going to push it to next episode, and then we'll just keep
doing that.
And then we'll do that.
Sounds like something we would do.
And just never celebrate, but then we know if we'll get to 200 and all the milestones, and that way we get out of actually having to do something extra.
That's fair. I like that.
All right. Here's your recurrent dose.
Everybody else might not like that, but I like it.
Of Did You Know? Why not? Soccer has overtaken baseball to become America's third favorite sport.
So football.
Yes, American football, number one by a wide margin.
Basketball?
Then basketball.
Okay.
And then now, apparently, European football. And then baseball, the national pastime.
Sorry, Jeff.
Sorry, Jeff. That's right. Ice hockey's fifth, then tennis, boxing, MMA, and golf. Did you know Australia has over 10,000 beaches? So you could visit a new beach every day for over 27 years.
And die by getting stung by lion's mane or box jellyfish or whatever other creatures they have hiding down in Australia.
That's right.
No
10,000
thanks.
new ways to
Die.
Yes.
Yep.
10,000 ways at each beach, too. Did you know the legendary bass line from the White Stripes song Seven Nation Army was not played on a bass? I do know this. I've heard this before. Yeah, that's Jack used a guitar that was lowered an octave, and he had to run through a pedal and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. My old man dropped his love-hate list. That's a good one, Dad. I'm gonna read that. He says, "Love that I get to see you guys on here. Hate how lazy I am when it comes to visiting your site." So which site? Facebook, YouTube, Instagram?
I thought it
the
was the
website
actual
in general?
website. LukeandNaomi.com, which I've been working on, but I'm a little behind.
That's
so
right.
You're not missing.
But there is
anything.
some new stuff up there, right?
There is.
As of today?
Yep.
All right. Well done.
Yeah.
So that's a good
we're
love-hate
getting there.
list, too. I like that one. Let's see. Where was I? Did you know the Backstreet Boys and TLC both passed on recording Baby One More Time?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it worked out well for
For the
Britney
brand new
Spears.
artist Britney Spears, who the song went to. And finally, did you know Oregon and Ohio State played in the championship in the first ever college football playoff in 2015, and in the finals in the first ever college basketball Final Four in 1939.
Okay.
Yeah, how about that?
Interesting.
Ohio State won in football, Oregon won in basketball.
Okay.
Okay, and that is your daily. They're random facts.
Some of them are not the best.
All right, sounds good.
Some of them
Just
are
not-
okay.
Just not the best. Well, speaking of sports, let's jump into our breakfast for dinner.
Breakfast food can serve many purposes.
A little bit of morning show fun for your evening watching, listening pleasure.
There you go.
Or whenever you're listening, if you're on audio and not live. I have a list of the best sports nicknames of all time. I'm going to read this list. And we're going to see how far under a rock Naomi actually lives. Not just movies, but also pop culture. There are a few on here I expect you to get, so if you don't.
I'm in trouble. Okay. Wait, is there one on here that came up recently at Tom's house while watching basketball? A guy's name that I was like, oh, I thought you just called him that. Oh, wait, no, that was his real name.
No, it's OG Ananobi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about
OG.
OG, and I said, that's the dude's name. Well, I mean, it's an abbreviation of his first
yeah,
name.
but I was confused. I thought they were just calling him the OG.
All right, I'm going to skip Showtime because I can't. Do you know who Shohei Ohtani is or what sport he even plays?
Football.
No. MLB. So I don't expect you to know that one. Stone Cold.
Steve Austin.
There you go.
So
yes.
wrestling.
Look at, just the confidence kind of waned there for a second.
This is a scary subject for
yes.
me.
Stone Cold. Steve Austin is the wrestler.
All right, 1 point for me.
Do you know, this is another MLB one, so I don't expect you to know this at all. Do you know the Kid
No.
is the nickname for Ken Griffey Jr., which I didn't even
I
realize
don't even know that name.
that was his full. Wow, you should know that from at least the Simpsons softball episode.
No.
Okay, Skip. No, that was, anyway. The Dream. Do you know who the Dream is?
No, but that sounds like basketball.
Basketball is
All
correct. We'll
right.
give you that one.
I get
Hakeem
half
the
a
Dream.
point if I get the sport right.
That's right. Oh, this one you should know. This is an office trivia question. Actually, you probably won't because you won't know
the
his.
pressure is on.
You won't know his full name.
Okay,
I don't know how do I do this because you should.
just say it.
Do you know the bus?
The bus. No, that's the refrigerator or something.
Hey,
No,
that should be on here. Honestly, the bus.
I feel like that should be football still.
It is football.
Okay.
Why do they call him the bus? Because he's afraid to fly. That's the joke on the Office.
I don't know.
Jerome Bettis, the bus.
I don't know that
NFL
name.
football. Yeah, I know that. I realized in real time because he's on The Office when they do the paper conference, right?
Oh,
And why do they
okay.
call him the bus? Well, because he's afraid to fly, which is not why they
Okay,
call him the bus.
okay.
That's awesome joke
We
on
just
The Office.
saw that
But
the
you-
other day too.
I realized as I'm saying it to you that you probably don't know his real name, so there you go. That wasn't fun at all. How about this one? Air Jordan
Basketball.
and
Michael Jordan?
Yes, with the confidence. Just you can see it in her eyes. Watch, because you got a camera. If you're live, watch the confidence.
Listen,
just
it's
go,
scary because there are times where I'm like, it's this, and I'm 100% wrong. And that blow to your confidence, I mean, that does some damage. That doesn't just come right back.
All right,
so.
how about this one? Be with me on this one, chat, because Naomi should know this one. Who is Megatron?
Oh, that is football.
Yep.
It's the Lions, right?
There you go.
Um,
It's okay if you don't know his name, but you kind of should.
I should, and I'm gonna be mad when you tell me.
Matthew Stafford 2.
Give me a hint.
Megatron.
I need a better hint than that. First name.
Calvin.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Calvin Johnson.
Oh man, I should have just guessed.
I know
I
it.
would have gone
See,
with
just
that.
guess. That makes it funnier too, by the way. Never mind your confidence. Just throw stuff out there at the wall. Do
See
you
what
know?
sticks?
Do you know what the Hebrew hammer is?
Hammer. So baseball.
Really? Yeah, that's correct. Baseball. Ryan Braun. Diesel
Diesel.
or the Big Diesel.
That sounds like football.
No, it's not.
Then I don't care who it is.
Shaq Fu.
Shaq Fu?
Yeah, that's another nickname apparently he has.
For Shaq?
Yes.
Okay. Why does he need Fu at the end?
Because he's weird. How about prime time? Do you know prime time?
Prime time. Man, that sounds like baseball too.
Well, that counts.
Okay, so it is baseball. Why do you keep doing that? Does he play more than one sport?
He did.
Wait, did he play baseball and was bad at it?
No,
Okay,
that's
then
Michael
I-
Jordan. We already covered that.
I thought there was somebody else.
Deion Sanders.
Okay, no, I
Baseball
wasn't
and
gonna get
football. They called him prime time.
that. Okay.
Or Neon Dion, but I think that would have given it away too much. I don't think you're going to guess the Minister of Defense, but Reggie White had an amazing nickname in the NFL. I just wanted to read that one.
And you said Reggie White, so I was like, okay, that's got to be football.
Yeah. Do you know the Big Hurt by any chance?
No.
Okay, that's Frank Thomas. That's baseball. The Black Mamba. No.
No, but he's going to be basketball.
That's correct. Now try guessing. He's dead.
I don't know. Oh, was it a helicopter crash? I'm not laughing about
Too
this.
soon. Too soon. Come on, Naomi. Get
But
your
I
head
don't
out of the
know-
gutter.
Oh.
You don't remember his name? Okay. Kobe Bryant.
I was going to say LeBron James.
Do you know who the greatest is? The greatest of all time. He's a bad man.
Oh, wait, no. Greatest of all time is football. No. Yeah, okay.
The sweet
then
science.
I don't know.
That's Muhammad
This is
Ali.
getting harder. Like,
Roto, was it Shaq's video game? Roto says there was a terrible fighting game on Sega called Shaq Fu.
really?
Yeah. All right. How about this one? You know what? We're skipping the big unit, Mr. October, and the Great Bambino. Do you know the Great Bambino? For God's sake.
That's baseball.
Yes, and it is. Holy crap! All right, Babe Ruth, of course. There's two left.
This is awful.
There's two left. Honorable mention to Chocolate Thunder, Daryl Dawkins. That's NBA. And just a wonderful nickname. You know what I mean? It was Shaq's game. Okay, I feel like I remember that, but
like
vaguely.
sweating over here. Not kidding.
All right, you got two. Ready?
After the helicopter comment.
Do you know? I know. It's all right. It can't
Banned
happen
for
twice.
life.
Do you know who the round mound of rebound is?
That's got to be basketball.
It certainly is. Terrible
yeah,
knucklehead. It's Charles Barkley.
no,
Yeah,
that's
you wouldn't have come up with the name.
no.
All right, this one.
Why are you laughing?
You'll figure. I'm gonna take a pause for effect here for this one because this is first of all, it's ranked the number one nickname of all
So,
time.
like, I should know this, or it's just the number one best nickname?
Are you ready?
Oh,
The Great One.
that could be like anybody.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I have no freaking idea.
Rochelle says you're on the hot seat. You don't know the Great One?
I don't know the great one. I don't even know what sport we're talking about here.
It's hockey.
I'm sorry.
And it's Wayne Gretzky.
Okay.
I'm not even going to let you say his name after I
Okay.
said it's hockey.
Listen, I'm not kidding. Like, it got about 50 degrees hotter in here. Like, I feel like I failed a test and I'm getting held back.
The old man says, "You're killing me, Smalls."
Oh, man, I'm killing myself
You know
over
what that's-
here.
Do you know what that's from?
It's a movie. Sandlot.
So there you go. All right, you got him. Again, I just, for effect,
That is too much pressure this late in the afternoon.
and because of the whole Dirty Dancing thing and the Under a Rock, like, just wanted to just remind everybody before we get to the review just how under a rock Naomi is. Now, this is also somebody who ran baseball games in Detroit for the Tigers.
Yeah.
So you've heard baseball names
Yeah.
a whole bunch of times and grew up watching hockey like the Red Wings. Not that he played for the Red Wings, but most people who, so all right, let's talk about something fun, something you like. How about that?
Something I like? Are we going to food? Because I can handle that.
Can you tell everybody why you switched from Android to iPhone?
All the emojis.
That's right. It was the emojis. I got
That
Naomi to
that,
switch.
Yeah. I mean, I was tired of the aliens, and I get all these really cool other emojis. So it was a done deal at that point.
So today is World Emoji Day, and everyone around the
Cool.
globe is celebrating, the colorful, fun images we slap onto text messages.
I use them a lot. I use them probably like how teenagers in the early 2000s used emojis.
I've got to
That's
imagine,
how I
like,
use 'em.
kids have stopped. And I know there was a minute where they were, like, using different ones, but I feel like they probably stopped at this point, so now that's an age thing, too, because, we like speaking in hieroglyphics when we got the chance.
Yeah.
So we've got 9 new emojis on the way from the Emoji Consortium, which is just,
How do you work for them? Because
For real.
that's a job I could do.
I mean, for real, it's like naming craft beers. It's just something that would be just fun, and you just kind
Yeah.
of throwing things out there and all that stuff. So
Yes.
there's a report of the 9 new emojis on the way. They are, number 1, a cracked smiling face, because
Oh.
sometimes I'm fine means I'm very much not fine.
Okay.
So that seems kind of,
We could use one of those.
yeah,
sure.
right? Yeah. There's a net with a handle, apparently representing the process of catching or pulling something out of the digital ether.
Okay.
I mean, that's meta as hell. Wow.
Or it's just a net.
Yeah, or it's just a monarch butterfly,
Okay.
if you want something more literal to catch with the net.
There you go.
A meteor, similar to the comet, but apparently more fire. I don't know if the tail's going to be longer or shorter or something like that. I don't know how we don't have a pickle already, but we're getting a pickle.
Kind of crazy that we don't, especially like the pickle craze, like took off in
The
like
pickle craze,
2015.
and then
you
pickle
know?
ball.
Yeah.
So there's that. A lighthouse.
Okay.
I can't believe there's not a. I just want to stop the whole show
And look for one.
and look for. And there's not a lighthouse.
Maybe they had one before and got rid of it because they're like nobody uses this emoji.
Nobody will this time either. A pink rectangular eraser. The old school classroom
Okay.
erasers. They're catching up to the world on what they have out there. Let's see. What the hell? The last two. Okay, the last two are left and rightwards thumb signs. Like, I guess look at this guy.
Okay.
That type of thing. So,
That's kind of dumb.
little anticlimactic. I was
Yeah.
hoping for something
I mean,
crazy.
the cracked smile one actually sounds like the best one. Like, yeah, we could use that.
We're getting a pickle. We're getting a cracked smile. The cracked smile is pretty neat. It looks almost like dried ground when it's really, really drought conditions almost. Like that's
Okay.
kind of what the cracks look like.
Okay.
So it's not just like one down the middle or anything like
That's
that.
what I assumed was one down the middle.
But there you go. Some of the and I don't know. The comet looks kind of neat too. I guess,
All right.
as does the lighthouse. I don't know. People in
Yeah,
Maine will
but
be happy. Castle Rock.
What are you going to use it for?
I can figure something out, but not right now. It's like being on Jeopardy. I don't know.
Oh, you don't like being in the hot seat?
No,
You
I'm the
don't
one
like
who
that
asked the
at all?
questions.
Huh.
Quizmaster.
Imagine that.
Quizmaster over here.
I'm going to ask you some questions about Dirty Dancing coming up here in just a little bit.
If you've been with us long enough, you know we love a good rider.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I love riders. They're great.
Riders
They're
are awesome.
so entertaining. What celebrities are asking for, and then you get to see a copy of it. Because sometimes they're as crazy as you think. sometimes they're kind of boring, 24 cases of this kind of water for the road crew, and some Sprites and some Pepsis. But sometimes it's really specific, like Pepsi at 40 degrees and 5 Pepsis at 52 degrees, and that's fantastic.
Who was it? Kevin Hart we did once, where it was the stool that was going to be on stage with him.
It had specific measurements.
It had to be a 3-legged stool.
Yep.
Couldn't be 4.
Had to be a certain height. I thought the padding had to be like a certain amount.
I know it was like
really
a glossy black, multiple rungs. Like it was, so I love a good rider. It was one of the most fun things I discovered getting into radio and helping out with concerts and things like that. If you don't know what a rider is, Naomi just explained it. It's that list of basically demands, and they can be anywhere from a page to multiple pages and have, so much food that even if you brought 20 people in your crew, you're not consuming all of that food in one night. It's just, whatever. One of my favorite things, though, was local whiskey. I think that's a genius thing to put on a rider, right?
Yeah.
But William Shatner. William Shatner is well, first of all, played a metal gig at Riot Fest.
What?
Yes.
Wait a minute. I don't even care about the rider at this point. What?
Oh, so he hasn't played this yet. He's debuting tracks from his upcoming... This guy is 90-something, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. His upcoming heavy metal album at a show called Riot Fest, September 18th through the 20th in Chicago. I know. Your face says it all. That's... Yes.
William Shatner.
Yes, the Shatner.
The guy that talks like this.
That's right. Captain Kirk himself. Priceline negotiator.
That's a good one, yeah.
Yes, Shatner. Heavy
That's
metal
a
album.
metal album.
I don't know.
I can't wait to listen to this.
So,
I want to hear.
Sunday the 20th, he's scheduled to perform. Mind you, I think he's like 98. Like he's not even in his, like he's at the end of his 90s. Are you Googling that?
I am.
So, if we get to September with William Shatner, first of all, he's supposed to play at Riot Fest in Chicago.
95.
95.
He's 95.
Okay. Still. Mel Brooks just did Spaceballs 2, so I'm not, whatever. Good on him, honestly, for keep working and stuff like that.
There is no way I can get this picture to... Oh, I guess it shows up a little bit.
He's got the devil horns.
He's in like a leather wear. Like, look at that.
That's amazing. And he looks good, too. It's not like, I don't know. He's mobile. And
that's his secret.
In good shape and money. That's probably that's what it is when you can have all your hips replaced and all of that stuff. You got all that Star Trek money. So
I'm shocked. I can't even think about the writer part of this. I didn't know.
It's a bonus.
Heavy metal too. If you went out there and was like, "Oh, he came out with a country album," I'd be like,
"Well, he's got the lounge singing thing." Like he did the lounge singing stuff. Where he did Christmas. I can't think of it right now, but he's done like a lounge singing album and all of that stuff. And I believe he's tried his hand at some other genres. So and metal is one of them. Yes, the rider has come out. He's sent his rider to the organizers for Riot Fest, and it's pretty clear. He totally gets the rock star thing, apparently. So we'll see if that matches up. He's included demands on the city of Chicago itself. Now, this isn't crazy because, like the Kevin Hart rider I go back to, where it was like they needed a street closed off so he could go straight from Hotel 2 without sitting in traffic, which is, hilarious. But hey, if they
also crazy.
They allow him to ask for it, they're going to ask for it, right? So the city renaming a boat in his honor so he can captain a ship again, and him being allowed to sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game at a Cubs baseball game.
I don't feel like that's too big of demands for somebody like William Shatner. I feel like they can make that work for him.
I can't believe he hasn't sang Take Me Out to the Ball Game yet. He's 95. He hasn't done that at some point. But captaining a ship again is just hilarious. I love that. For his performance, he's got, of course, some demands.
Okay.
Fire breathers.
Oh, okay.
He wants an intro by Guar, a video intro so they can play behind him.
Okay.
a DeLorean instead of a golf cart for transport.
That's fair.
That's all. So do I, dressing room that must be labeled Shatner's Shag Shack. 4 feet of Polish sausage. Switch gears there pretty quickly. 4 feet of Polish sausage for the Shag Shack. Channeling Led Zeppelin back in the day there. Montreal Canadiens hockey sweater signed by John Stamos. This sounds like a scavenger hunt. I love this.
Right? What else can I ask for that's going to just throw everybody for a loop?
He also wants 8 pallets of Faygo, specifically not to be shared with the Insane Clown Posse, who is also on the bill.
That's fantastic.
And if you don't know, that's a rabbit hole for you.
Yeah.
But
the Michiganders in the chat understand.
That's right. 1 pair of white socks and 1 pair of underwear.
What?
An assortment of adoptable puppies from a reputable nonprofit shelter. A bowl of sauerkraut ready to eat. A bouquet of flowers in a vase. I don't know how many of those are real or not, and if it's legit, but that's
What's with the puppies?
Again, scavenger hunt. I love it.
That's what it really, really sounds like.
So
It
he's
makes
gonna
me
be
wish I was famous because I would love to make a scavenger hunt and call it my rider.
Red Pop is terrible.
No,
Yes.
it's not terrible. It's just very, very sugary and
Orange or grape,
extremely
I
bad
can get
for
down
you.
with, but that Red Pop.
Yeah, but if you put it in vanilla ice cream and have a red pop float, it's like, it's amazing.
Yeah, you've had Red Pop in the fridge for 3 months and haven't touched it.
Because we don't have vanilla ice cream.
So Shatner is going to be the oldest performer at
Ever?
Riot Fest. Ever, yes. At Riot Fest. But, I mean, Iggy Pop's there, too, and he's 79. So we have to make the distinction now. The Bills also got 21 Pilots, Alanis Morissette, Pierce the Veil, Morrissey, if he doesn't cancel. Rise Against, Elvis Costello, The Pixies, Nas, Bad Religion, Patti Smith, Pennywise, Alkaline Trio, Sex Pistols, and more. But, how dare you? But the story of Riot Fest, of course, is Shatner debuting songs from his heavy metal album.
When we get off air,
With 4 feet of Polish sausage.
I am listening to this metal album.
Oh, I thought you were saying you're going to crack a Red Pop and kick back and listen.
Yes, I am.
We'll have to post it if she actually does. Well, a 6-pack has been in the fridge for months.
Yeah, it's been months.
All right, another long-time storyline is how Naomi is not here for the humanoid robots in the house or in life.
No.
How about in school?
I'm not there anymore, so sure.
I want to say that
Kids, you got to fend for yourself now.
this has got to be fake, but I never didn't bother to super deep dive it. But the Salamanca City Central School District in Western New York says they're going to deploy, which is a terrifying word to begin with.
Yeah, deploy robots to schools.
They're
That
going
sounds
to
good. Yeah.
deploy a new kind of teacher to greet students this fall, a full-on humanoid robot. Named Sally. That makes it easier, right? Sally, the humanoid robot. How you feel about that?
I'm not okay with it. But again, I'm not in school, so...
So the robot will not replace the classroom teacher, but it's programmed to provide learning support to both students and educators. This, right off the bat, my first visions of this is just have an Alexa in the thing and have it correct the teachers every time, because it's going to be the same thing.
Yeah.
Or like Linguo from The Simpsons,
Yeah.
if you can,
Dive that deep.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Sally will have a, quote, lifelike appearance, silicone skin, and long brown hair. She'll be stationary in a seated position, but will have a wide range of upper body movements and facial expressions.
Not here for this. Again, I'm sorry, kids.
What are we doing?
Getting closer and closer to the apocalypse.
This is going to be great. Who's this? So one student is going to be the one, and this won't be a reward like breaking out the AV cart. It'll be a punishment, like get Sally out of the closet. The kids are going to be like, no, that's terrifying. I'm not going in
Nope,
there.
Sally is teaching you for the next hour. Teacher going on break.
Oh my God. I mean, you put her in the closet or leave her in there. That's just either way. That's freaky when you fire
wrong
her
about
up,
that.
Yeah. She won't use students' names, thank God. So the kids will have to address themselves with a number. This is like who's the dystopian sci-fi writer, insert author here, because Hi, Miss Sally. I'm student number 712. That's right. Don't you forget it. We're taking your names away. Slowly but surely. The Giver. That's what it reminds me of a little bit. How about that? Sally would be like, hey, we were talking about this yesterday. Do you want to continue that conversation? She can also support the teachers by interjecting if the teacher forgets where they're at in the lesson plan or accidentally skips over something.
Or forgets the homework.
That was exactly what I thought. That thing's going to get just vandalized real quick.
Yes. Nobody's going to be here for this.
No, Rochelle, because Naomi already claimed number 69.
Wait, what?
She said, can I be number 69? I bet you they'd be like, they're not going to let anybody use that number in school. Why not? We don't know. It just didn't come out,
Somebody else has it. A teacher has it. That's the number they use to practice.
Coincidentally, the most popular teacher
took
in
that
school.
one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So Sally's going to cost the district around $57,000, which is probably way more than most of the teachers make.
Yeah, sounds about right.
That's discounted from the normal price of $95,000.
Oh, wow. A discount.
Yeah.
Very nice.
No actual word on what teachers in that district really make, but come on. This got to be fake, right? This is Weekly World News. That's what it feels like.
No, because we are at that point with our iRobots and Roombas and moppers now and all of those things. They're just becoming more realistic, and butlers. And
we're all adults here, so I have to mention this. It is a little not safe for work, but, it's the evening. That's why we're live at nighttime. This doll is made by the same company that makes hyper-realistic sex dolls. Yeah.
What?
But don't worry. They want everybody to know there's zero overlap between the two teams. They don't even share any of the same technology, apparently. So, insert jokes in the chat for me. Mark Delores in the chat. He'll take it from here.
I'm more speechless than, Shatner's metal band, stuff we realized
4
today.
feet of polar sausages.
Yeah.
So, terrifying, creepy, which one are you leaning? Both? Is it on a scale of 1 to 10 for each?
12?
712.
I mean,
yeah.
it's just messed up across the board. When you really put everything together, like, it's made by a company that makes sex dolls that look realistic. It's going to be in the classroom. It isn't powerful enough to do, like, the teaching and all of that stuff, which is a good thing because we don't need robots teaching the kids here. But also it's just chilling there, I just, everything is wrong about this.
Time to wheel Miss Sally out of the closet.
No.
We'll deep dive this and revisit next episode.
We'll deep dive this. I want nothing to do with that.
I'm not comfortable saying deep dive with a sex doll here, so let's move right along. What do you think? On to elderly women.
What?
I am just the king of transitions today. How about that? All right. I really kind of messed that up. So here's the thing. If you're looking in the chat, the captions on our live show, it says we are talking naughty license plates. So a story out of Florida, of all places.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise.
Western New York?
Not Western New York. No, that's just home of the creepy dystopian.
Yes.
I can't.
Okay, move on.
Yeah,
move on.
yeah,
All right.
Eventually I'm going to say something and be like, we got to shut this off now.
I mean, I feel like you already have.
I already
but okay.
have. A 76-year-old woman in Florida named Robot Sally. No, her name, let's just, Nancy. We don't need her whole name.
Yeah,
just
that's
Nancy.
fine.
I think
Yeah.
that's fine. Got her new license plates in the mail
Okay.
recently. Florida, of course, front and back license plates. So
Okay.
all the people can see this license plate. She couldn't believe what she saw. The license plate was SQZ-A55. If you need a second to visualize that.
A55. Okay.
SQZ-A55, which looks a lot like it's intended to say squeeze ass, if you haven't visualized that.
I got the ass part.
Yes.
The rest was a little bit hard,
Yes.
but I feel like I was getting there.
A55. So she was pissed. She's 76 years old. She lives in a retirement community. She did not order those as vanity
Is she
plates.
in the Villages? Because that probably caused some confusion.
That's what I imagine. She did not do this to be funny. It's not her style. It was just random numbers. And she says she, quote, went ballistic and wondered how that could have possibly passed state inspection. Florida. That's how.
Yeah.
You know, the vetting that they do on the license plates
And
there.
they were probably too like, lady, what do you think it says? And
So-
then when she mentioned it, they're like, get your head out of the gutter.
She says, I don't think a woman that lives in a senior community who's going to be 77 would be driving around with what this plate has to say.
Well,
It's funny you
depends
say
on
that.
what community you're in.
Funny you say that.
Yeah.
Because
The Villages.
she's going to keep it.
Oh.
She says, even though officials say...
After she was mad about this,
That's
she has
right.
decided that, you know what? I'm going to keep it.
She says...
Getting a lot of attention, and I kind of like it.
They told her she could switch it out for free, you know, free of charge and all that stuff. But she decided to keep it because all her friends at the retirement community encouraged her to roll with it. Somebody's got a new nickname for the rest of her life.
Yes, she does.
Hey, Squeeze Ass is here.
I'm telling you, she likes the attention.
I love it. She says, I'm kind of resigning to it. Maybe it was destined to be on my car.
After you went ballistic over this.
She says she can handle if it gets a few honks here and there, and the car as well.
I figured that's where you were going.
She said, actually, being over 70, I might like a few honks in the car as well.
No.
There you
No.
go. She really said that, apparently. So you can find the news report down there. SQZ A55. Genius. I'd like to see that popping up all over license plates across the country just because of this story.
Yeah.
All right.
Breakfast food can serve many purposes.
That means Ron Swanson says breakfast for dinner is over.
Aw.
Now it is time for the main event, though. Are you ready?
Are you?
I don't know.
Are you in the chat ready?
Is chat ready for this?
Yes.
Because here we go. It is time for Naomi to ruin the time of people's lives.
That's not necessarily true.
Maybe. But it's okay. Johnny's here.
All right.
My favorite line, by the way. Spoiler alert.
I'm not surprised.
It's okay. Johnny's here. He really says that like twice.
Yeah.
It's just so strange. Here we go.
Oh, there's some more strange things in here, but let me get to that.
Naomi's first time watching Dirty Dancing.
Okay. So we meet Baby right away. Our main character, young lady going on vacation with her family, her mom, dad, and either her sister or friend. Like, I feel like,
Sister.
yeah, but I didn't know that off the bat. I was just kind of guessing that that's the sister there. They're going to this place up in the mountains. Looks like a retreat, kind of set up, dancing, swim classes, volleyball, everything else. Basically,
The Catskills.
it's a camp, but for your whole family, which seems kind of cool, but kind of weird at the same time.
Love that they actually talk about that in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if you wrote that down for later, but at the end of the movie, the dude who runs the place is like, I feel like this is dying. People aren't going to want to do this anymore. And I think I had just said to Naomi, I can't believe people ever did that.
Yeah. Go camping with your family at a retreat place like that.
I
I
mean-
can see it for like, I don't know, a little bit, but they make it like it's the whole summer.
Yeah, like a week or
Yeah.
two maybe, but yeah, at one point he's sitting on the porch and there's like leaves falling. Like it's, you know.
Yeah, and they talk about Labor Day and beating traffic and
Crazy.
all of that kind of stuff. All right. So we start with this awkward dance class, basically introducing us to the camp. Baby runs off afterwards, checking everything out. She overhears like the guy who runs everything, Max, telling the waitstaff how to behave. He also tells them to show the daughters a good time, dance with them, take them to see the stars, all that, which is really weird and creepy, by
Oh,
the
yeah.
way.
Oh,
Like, I get it, but not okay. But that's fine.
Yeah, word has it Max shut the place down after everybody left and opened hedonism.
Yeah, makes sense there. So we meet Johnny and his crew, aka our Patrick Swayze here walks in, which I didn't realize that was him. But
So we have this point in the movie where Naomi literally meets Patrick Swayze for the first time
Yeah.
in her life. Dreamboat,
Is that like Grey's Anatomy, right?
What?
Oh.
I'm asking you if you thought he was a dreamboat.
Oh, I thought that was his nickname on like Grey's Anatomy. Isn't he in that?
No, he's not.
Shoot.
Wow.
Real far off.
Where did
guys.
you get Grey's Anatomy?
Sorry.
McSteamy and McDreamy?
Yeah, I guess so.
Have you ever watched Grey's Anatomy?
Yeah, like the first 2 seasons.
Okay.
You know?
Because I thought you were just pulling words out of the air.
No. Like,
No.
I really thought he was in that.
Did you find Patrick Swayze attractive? Is what it was. I was trying to use like a '60s term over here, and you're like Grey's Anatomy.
Swing and a miss, man. I don't get your lingo here.
I guess so.
No, not really, because I feel like it was that wannabe kind of bad boy greaser kind of thing, where it just seems so odd, forced.
Forced?
Like, yeah, I just...
Put a leather jacket on him. It's fine.
Yeah, and have him put the sunglasses on. And then when he takes them off, have him pout a little bit. Like, it was a little too much there.
Have him pout a little bit.
Yeah. So anyways, Johnny walks in. The head guy is like, teach him to dance, but hands off and no conversations. And Johnny has his sunglasses on. Looks like he's a bad boy, whatever. Honestly, I felt like he was kind of dweeby, you know? But what do I know? He has to be our love interest here. I'm sorry, it was a different time.
I'm thoroughly enjoying this already.
I'm sorry, Rochelle. I'm sorry, Brandy. I'm sorry to all my friends. Listen, I don't dislike the movie yet.
There we go.
I just there were certain things that felt forced, and again, I didn't watch it for the first time
As a 12-year-old girl.
Right. I watched it for the first time at 35. So I'm going to have different views on this dweeby teenage boy who thinks he's a tough guy.
I love this.
All right. So he's our love interest. We already know
Rochelle
that.
said, it's okay, Naomi.
Thank you. I appreciate it. He gets mad because I ruined Princess Bride, I
can
can't.
read how like sad she is in
I'm
this.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Like that comes through.
Yeah. All right. So we know Baby's going to fall in love with him or vice versa. They both fall in love, something like that. We'll see in the next hour and some odd minutes here. All right. So after dinner, there's more dancing. Baby is stuck dancing with the grandson of the guy who runs the place, and he's a weirdo. That, like, saying it now, worst character. Like,
Just calling it now?
Yeah.
Even worse than what's Billy or whatever the hell? Robbie?
Well, no, because Robbie...
All right, we'll hash that out in a few.
They're
All
both
right.
terrible. All
Well,
right.
we got material for the questions afterwards.
He's just kind of creepy.
Really? And so, I mean,
And full of himself.
Were people that absolutely full of themselves for real? Because this is like an 80s flashback to the 60s. You know what I mean? But were people like that? Like, I'm a big deal. Like, everybody
because
wants to
people
go
are
out with
still
me.
like
So,
that.
all right, I guess
Think
so.
about
yeah,
it.
for real.
There
But,
are
like,
still people that are that narcissistic.
just saying shit like that was just...
Yeah, I can see it. It's just, he was really weird. He was just as
I'm
dweeby
super
as the other
important,
guy.
and nobody ever told me about the size of my nose. Like,
Wow.
it just was like,
Yeah.
what, dude? Get the hell out of here.
All right, so that guy's kind of creepy. But while everyone is dancing, Johnny and another dance instructor, Penny, take the floor and show off their moves. Max, the guy who runs the joint, isn't pleased with them showing off, which is stupid because, you know, people are really enjoying this.
That's so
you know?
crazy.
And Baby is intrigued. She sneaks away where the staff all hang out. Everyone is dancing and it's more, you know, provocative than anything that would be happening. You know, they're all doing the waltz and foxtrot and stuff like that. So Baby asked one of the guys how everyone learned how to dance like that. And he's like, I don't know. People just started doing it. And now she's even more intrigued. Plus, she finds out that Johnny and the other dance instructor are not a couple. So she's definitely on board with that because, you know, she's got the hots for him.
Of course. Of course,
Anyway.
he's a dweeb.
She's just a little dweeby. I'm sorry. Anyway, the chaotic dance scene where everyone is dancing up on each other, dirty dancing, you know, that wasn't as cheesy as I thought it was going to be. So let's just start. The movie is called Dirty Dancing.
Right.
I know this is going to be a love story, whatever. I'm expecting it to be real cheesy.
It's like you're picturing Footloose.
Yes. There was a couple of times in my head I had to remind myself, this is not Footloose.
Oh, yeah, they're
this
different.
This is not Footloose at all. But the scene when they're all, like, the staff and everybody is getting loose and dancing and having a good time is really well done. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, the choreography's really good.
Yeah, and it doesn't, like, drag where you're like, okay, you can stop dancing now. We've gone through the entire song. It's like, nah, this is cool. Like, everybody's dancing kind of differently. Everybody is into it.
The extras did a great job in that.
Yeah, it's a great scene. And honestly, it looked like a bunch of people having fun, and it made me want to be there, you know?
You wanna be a camp
somewhere.
counselor?
No, I meant be somewhere and be like dancing and like bringing back like, you know, just those kind of memories, you know, it was really cool. So anyway, Johnny walks up to them, brings Baby on the dance floor and teaches her some moves. Actually like this scene too, because like there's a couple of awkward moments, you know, as anyone would have. Like it gave it that little bit of believability,
reality, and
that she didn't just go out there and start dancing perfect. Like, granted, throughout the entire movie, she ends up being like a phenomenal dancer, you know, and picks everything up real fast. But like, she still makes mistakes throughout the entire movie, and in this scene when he's trying to just teach her a couple of things, and it was like, oh, cool, you know, again,
right, just not naturally. You know, I've never done this before, but I'm really good at it.
Yeah, I'm perfect at everything I'm trying. And also like she plays it really well, that when she starts to like let loose and all of that, she does look just like a regular person just having fun. Yeah. You know, and it's kind of cool. It's I don't know, I was going to say contagious, but not like that. It just, you know, makes you want to be in that moment too.
Yeah, I don't know. Contagious is a good word for it, I think. That's cool.
Yeah. All right. So back to the grandson, because we got to ruin this party here. I think his name is Neil. He's keeping an eye on Baby, but again, kind of creepy and just weird. And she's not interested. Obviously, she's interested in Johnny. Penny is the other dance instructor that's always dancing with Johnny. She's crying on the floor in the kitchen, and Baby grabs Johnny and his cousin to help her. Apparently, she's knocked up, which is a really weird thing to involve the guest at your retreat and get upset.
She ain't supposed to be hanging out with them anyway.
Yeah, but I mean,
the cousin, right? The cousin is the one that tells her, not Johnny.
Yes, but then
not that matters at all. But
the whole situation is just kind of weird.
It is a strange thing to insert into a teen movie.
Yes,
you know.
And then there's a moment where everybody gets upset because she assumed it was Johnny's, as if, you know, like they've been friends for years or something like that, and you would be mad at your friend, like, how dare you think something like that? Yeah. Just really weird situation, interaction.
Forced conflict.
Yes.
It is. It's because that's not really that big of a conflict. But for the movie
we have to
purposes,
make it bigger.
We got to blow it out of proportion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they were in the writing room, and it kind of went down like, hey, we need something real dramatic here. What's dramatic? And somebody yells out, being knocked up. Yes, that's a good idea. That's a good one. But let's make sure Baby is involved in this conversation, because we need some more drama between her and Johnny.
She hasn't said anything in a couple of scenes. Give her something to do.
You know what? Let's make Johnny get mad at her for just kind of like assuming the situation there. Okay, done. Sounds great. Let's write that in. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's weak.
Yeah, and there's a couple moments like that. That is one of the biggest ones. The other biggest one we will get to. But it was kind of a bummer, because it was just like, I felt like I was watching, what is it, Seventh Heaven or one of those shows on, like, was it ABC Family or something?
WB.
It just the
CW.
You know, the needed extra drama, and then anytime people were like yelling at each other about it, not a fight that you'd have with somebody. You know?
Well, you know, movies, right?
Okay. All right. Anyway, So, Baby gets some money from her father to give to Penny so that she can go to the doctor, which, by the way, I felt that was pretty intense for this movie. Like, she gonna have an abortion? Like, we're really going down that route.
And I mean, like doing it without actually saying it and going, you know, the appointment's on Thursday and stuff. Like, whoa!
Yeah, it was like, oh, shoot, we really are going down that road. Okay.
All right. 1981 in the house.
Yeah. But the only time she can go is on a day when her and Johnny are supposed to perform. Johnny makes a joke about Baby filling in, but when they decide it's a good idea, he's like, no, she can't learn it. She can't dance.
I was joking.
Yeah. So now Baby is determined to do this, and they start practicing. We've got quite a few dance scenes, and honestly, I liked them.
Is this the bulk of the movie?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
Like her learning the dance
yes.
and all that stuff. Okay, yeah.
And that's the problem is we needed these other, you know, conflicts to kind of wrap up the movie so it wasn't just a dance movie.
Hey, you want to dance next Thursday?
That would be too easy. No, we needed a battle here. I did like them, though. They were fun. You know, some mistakes. She's learning. She's ticklish. That scene is hilarious. Where she's got the arm up and he's, like, trying to, like, wipe.
Great choice of words. Excellent choice of words.
He's trying to wipe down
He's
her.
trying to wipe her down. Wiping that armpit. Excellent choice of words. Might be my favorite part of this one yet.
Oh,
so
my
he's
goodness.
wiping her down and
He's
she's
wiping
super
her
tickled.
down and she's ticklish.
That is a funny scene because
it's great and it seems so natural. That was the one thing that I really liked about this movie is there were a lot of scenes. I feel like it was like a pendulum. Like one side, like there were a lot of scenes that seemed so natural and fun and was a good, you know, wholehearted movie there. And then you got this forced drama with some really bad writing and or acting. I'm not sure. It's really hard to tell sometimes between the two.
Mike's in the chat. He said, great soundtrack, which it is. The soundtrack is great.
That's fair.
Terrible script.
Yeah.
And, you know,
fair.
For sure.
Yes.
And yes, it is set in the 60s. It's 1963. Made in 81.
Okay.
Set in 63.
So I think I kind of forgot that. So, you know, Greaser Johnny makes a little bit more sense.
Were you picturing this to be in the 80s or something like that?
I guess, yeah.
All right. Well, but like it.
Never
right at the
really
beginning,
thought.
Right at the beginning, she says, you know, she's in the car and she's like, it was the summer of 1963.
Yeah, I just
and
glazed over that.
It was like, okay, that's why they're all at a mountain retreat as a family.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Learning the foxtrot.
Boxtrot.
I don't know.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Just a different letter there. You're good. Okay.
Foxtrot, tango, whiskey. No, whiskey, tango, foxtrot. There you go.
So she's ticklish, laughing when it's supposed to be serious. I don't know what is more I didn't know what to expect. It was actually more entertaining than I thought it was going to be. Like, I'm enjoying this movie more than I actually wanted to admit. Like, I was ready to...
It's better than Footloose.
Yes. Hands
this
down.
was 87, not 81. I don't know where I'm getting 81 from, by the way. But yes, it is better than Footloose.
It's better than Footloose. Absolutely. Again, storyline is not strong. But it's not terrible. There are worse movies that we have watched. There are worse movies that we have reviewed.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't as clear-cut as I originally thought it was going to be. I just thought we're going to have this dancing at the retreat. She's going to go party with the staff, start dancing provocatively every night. And that's it, you know, fall in love with Johnny and whatever. You know, they built a little bit more there. Some of it not needed, but that's fine. You know, we don't need all the drama that they added there.
Yeah.
But again, I'm still pleasantly entertained here. More than I thought I was
More
going to
than
be.
you thought, right?
Yes. Yeah. So they do the dance, the showcase, performance, whatever. And there's some mistakes. It's not perfect. But she does good. You know, and it's fun to watch.
And for learning it in, 2 weeks or something like that?
A week, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe 2. But yes.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. They make their way back to the retreat. Johnny's cousin comes running up to them. Something's wrong with Penny, who had gone to the doctor's while Baby and Johnny were dancing. Apparently her doctor wasn't a good doctor and botched it. So Penny,
1963, remember.
yeah, so Penny doesn't look good. There's blood on the bed. So Baby goes and gets her father, who is apparently a doctor, and I didn't realize that through the beginning part of this movie.
Yeah, when they meet Max and stuff like that, that's
They
why
say
they're
some
there,
stuff there.
because he like saved Max's life or something. So
Yes,
you know,
yeah.
he had him come up for the summer, and
Again, another fact that I just kind of glazed
Yeah.
over because I didn't think it was going to, come back into play at any point.
you just thought they were having conversation for conversation's sake, not because it was a movie and that it was
Yes.
okay.
It was a red herring,
Rochelle says that part was messed up.
Yes. More than, again, I just...
And the whole baby out of wedlock thing she points out too, it's 1963, baby out of wedlock.
Yeah.
Come on, yeah.
It just, very dramatic for those items in this movie.
Yeah, Dad was saying, at that time, not even an option and all of that was just, you just a big no.
Yeah. All right, so Baby goes and gets her father. When the dad is there and he's taking care of Penny, he also sees Baby grab at Johnny's arm.
Boom.
Yeah, so I know that's going to come back into play, which it doesn't come back into play the way I thought it was going to.
All right.
Maybe she won't be able to leave the cabin for the rest of the trip or something. I don't know. Anyway, so Dad saves Penny and then forbids Baby to see any of those guys again, which is funny because then she goes out
just seconds later.
Yeah, and then constantly.
Sure,
the rest
Dad.
of the time, I'm going to go out and do charades at whatever, and... She was doing charades.
Charades, yeah.
Yeah. Apparently that's what the kids are calling it these days.
That's what we're calling it these days.
Yeah. All right. So she goes to talk with Johnny before heading back to the cabin, like she's supposed to be at the cabin. And we have this odd dramatic scene. This is one of the worst scenes in the movie.
All right.
It's up there.
Set the scene for us.
Baby is basically telling Johnny how she feels. But some of the writing, or acting, again, hard to tell sometimes, but I'm going with the writing this time. Because...
People like to like these two as actors.
And I feel like, again, when they were dancing, and some of the scenes, again, there felt like there was a connection there.
We have some trivia to this end as well, after the review is over.
But, again, feels really off. Not like a little off from earlier. Really off. So much more forced drama. I get it. It's serious. She wants him to know how she feels. But he's talking about, I've never met someone like you who looks at the world and wants to save it. And at first he's coming at her like he can't believe it and like it's a good quality. And then all of a sudden he seems mad about it. Like, how dare you try to save the world? How dare you try to save me? And it just seemed like...
He's a confused young man from the streets,
I get it,
One minute he's got nothing, and another minute ladies are stuffing diamonds down his pants.
Yeah, I know. He made that clear. But, it just... I feel like whoever wrote this never listened to two people actually fight
Most
or
likely.
disagree about something. Or was just like, hey, she needs to admit to him in this scene that she loves him, and he's got to be real confusing about it. And they're like, okay, let's just write down a bunch of random things, throw it in a hat, and we'll, grab each sentence out, and that's how they'll perform it. Because that's exactly what it sounded like. One thing did not connect with the next one. It's a terrible scene. It's terrible.
The writing credit goes to one Eleanor Bergstein, who was born in 1938.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that has anything to do with it whatsoever, but I would wager.
Again, not trying to rip apart the movie or anything. I am pleasantly surprised with where we are going in the movie and everything. I just can't stand this scene. I understand that there needs to be some tension between the two of them, but it's like they don't even know what they're fighting about.
Yeah, but it's like the actors don't know what the characters are fighting about.
Yes, exactly.
It makes something up.
And it was...
They needed Will and Martin Lawrence in this.
They could have used that.
Chemistry.
It was just confusing. It was confusing as an audience member. It was confusing to watch.
It is. Going back, and I said at the top, it's been so long. I don't think I've ever actually watched it, as an adult and paid attention to the storylines and the actual words that they're,
Yeah.
But it was just like, yeah, what? Why is he mad at her for being a good person again?
Right.
And then like he's upset because he's got a job for the summer that pays him well.
I get the confusion and all of that, but it just wasn't done good, you know.
All right.
If more forced drama, I guess. Add that into the mix there. They end up banging though, so I mean everything works out.
Everything works out.
Multiple times too. So Penny tells Johnny he knows better than to get involved with the guest and tells him he needs to end it. He says he knows, but next scene, Baby is back in his bed. But then there's more drama because Baby isn't supposed to be hanging out with any of them. And Johnny's mad and is like, I don't think you're ever going to tell your father about me, all of that. I mean, was she supposed to?
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
That was a conversation that they had, I guess. I know.
Guess what, Dad? I fell in love with the dance instructor.
You know, the kid with the leather jacket?
Yeah. It just, again, didn't seem like a normal reaction, but this seemed like the least forced of all the drama
There's
that has been
lot
forced.
of just non or miscommunication.
Yeah.
Right?
And this one seems like a small one, and that's fine. But again, she grabbed at his arm while the dad was working on Penny, and the dad saw. So, like...
He knows.
A conversation did not need to be had
Rhoda,
about that.
Rhoda says, new tagline from you for this movie. It just wasn't done good, but they end up banging.
Multiple times. Don't forget that.
A lot
Multiple
of 80s
times.
love story. A lot of 80s rom-coms. Well, this
Yeah.
isn't even a comedy, so... A lot of 80s roms.
No laughs in here.
Roms, I guess.
Roms? I don't like that either.
Romps.
All right. So again, a little bit extra forced drama.
Teenage sex romp.
Yep. So it's the end of the retreat. Everyone's been there for weeks. And it's going to end with a talent show. Johnny closes it out with a dance. So at this point, you know, I'm hoping Johnny and Baby are going to do their dance together. It's going to tie up any loose ends. Her father can find out about her love affair, and we can end on a happy note.
Please tell me you have something in there about the sister practicing the weird Hawaii dance for this, because it's just the best part of the movie.
I haven't gotten to the part where that part actually starts happening. And I do mention that the sister is in it, but I don't talk about the Hawaiian
it's
dance.
like 5 straight minutes of her singing in the background while the movie's happening. And she's just like, Kamuna waka laka naka wana ana hono a Hawaii, over and over again.
Yeah.
It's mind-numbing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So anyway, my guess is, you know, we're going to end with some dancing.
You think?
See how surprised we are going to be with this ending here.
And you know, the sister's performance better be good because she got all of the rehearsal time.
That we saw.
The whole time.
That we saw. All right. So not exactly what ends up happening, but we still get our happy little wrap up here. So first we got to deal with a little bit more drama. I don't go into all of this drama because, again, more forced drama that's not needed. Johnny ends up getting framed for stealing a wallet. Max, the owner, is telling Baby's dad about it, but Baby knows Johnny didn't do it. But the only way she can prove his innocence is to admit that she was with him the night before. So she does, in front of her dad. And of course he's upset and then stops speaking to her.
As you do.
As a grown adult, that's what you do. When your child disobeys you, you stop speaking to them.
I mean, Phil Dunphy got, you know, real quiet on Modern Family.
He just stopped speaking to her.
Yeah, he just stopped speaking to her.
Come to find out, Johnny didn't steal the wallet. Surprise, surprise. Still got fired for fraternizing with the guest.
I got a shout out to my dad here who is trying to rein us in.
Smart
he
idea.
Says, you guys, it's a clash of class and culture. Yeah, we know, man. We know. We're just it's put to screen not well. Just not well.
But they end up banging.
They do. It's at least watching it back 30 years later. Not put to film well.
Yeah. And but the dad giving the daughter the silent treatment, I don't even mention that the disagreement that we have outside, where the dad's outside watching like the leaves fall and Baby comes out there and is just trying to like plead her case and then is crying, and the dad's upset but doesn't do anything. Like, it just...
I feel bad for the dad in this movie a little bit, though. Like, he's real supportive.
Sure.
You know, like, he loves her to death and all this stuff. And then is disappointed when she slums for a whole summer with this guy who's been God knows where with diamonds in his pants. You know what I mean? I get him.
Fine.
I understand where he's coming from.
But
You don't like the silent treatment.
I don't like the silent treatment.
not
That's
right.
not what parents do to their kids. That's not okay. That's not a normal reaction to have. Maybe if you need a couple minutes or an hour or something, but if your daughter is spewing out her guts
Yeah.
to you,
He's
you
just
don't
like,
just you don't just sit there.
Whatever, baby.
Yeah.
It's
So
wonderful.
I was unhappy about that. Mad at the dad for that one. He's the one that gets the wrath there.
Forced drama, like
Yeah.
you said.
Yeah. All right, so we have our last nights. We've got our talent show, all of that. Baby sister is in the event. That's all I mentioned about that. I never mentioned her dancing, her singing, and all of that stuff. Or
I mean, and then we get a second scene of her singing. Like, what is going on here?
yeah, but that one she's in a group, so it's fine.
That's right.
So baby sister's in the event. So baby is sitting with her mom and dad watching the final number as everyone's singing. All of a sudden, Johnny shows up. He walks over to baby and says the famous line, "Nobody puts baby in a corner." And they both head to the stage. That was anticlimactic. Like, I knew that line. Everybody knows that line. I didn't think Johnny was the one who was going to say it. I don't know. Not how I thought that was going to happen.
We have a whole review question about it because it is the most anticlimactic throwaway line, I think, in all of movies. But it is one of the most famous lines in all of movies. Again, Under a Rock reviews. You knew nothing about this movie, really. But you knew the line.
I did know
And
the
all
line.
it is she happened to be sitting
In the corner.
in the corner.
She wasn't put there. I mean, maybe her dad put her there, but she wasn't, like, put in a corner.
The bewilderment on the father's face, too, is like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
But we got our famous line.
We got the famous line.
All right. So they head to the stage. Johnny interrupts their song, takes the microphone. He tells the crowd that he's supposed to wrap up the showcase with a dance. So him and Baby do a dance together. And everyone is mesmerized.
More forced drama, too, because he's like, I always do the last dance, and I'm going to do it my way. And like, but I don't remember anybody really saying you couldn't. The
Well,
one
he
dude,
was fired, so it is kind of weird
All
that
right.
he has come back up to do this.
just to dance,
Yeah.
not to, beat anybody to death or anything like that.
No, the greaser thing's an act.
That's right. He's a ballet dancer.
Yes. So Johnny interrupts the song. Again, they decide to do the dance. Everyone's actually mesmerized with how good they are. And then her and Johnny finally do the lift. She was supposed to
the
do the
lift.
lift in the beginning. I
Yes.
don't mention that. But she was too scared to. And so they do it here. And, it's amazing. Good on ya. Then everyone in the audience starts dancing as well. We have our happy ending, but it gets even better. We're going to wrap it up
Even
real
more
good here.
happy?
More happy because Baby's dad admits that he was wrong about Johnny. So then we get some closure there as well. So, yeah, real happy ending. With all that forced drama, we have cleared out everything.
And after the summer's over, Johnny goes back to the slums.
That's fine. He's used to it.
And Baby forgets he ever existed.
Summer fling,
Summer lovin'. Oh, wait, that's a different movie. Have you seen that one?
I don't know what one that is.
Awesome.
The end.
The end.
The end.
All right. I just want to get back to what? Go ahead.
I just want to say I'm sorry.
Nobody puts Naomi into a shitty movie.
You do.
I guess I didn't. Everybody else wanted us to.
Yeah.
So it's peer
Listen.
pressure.
I wouldn't call it a shitty movie. I enjoyed the movie. I did.
All right. Well, that is the first question of our review questions post review. But do you want to do our trivia first, or do you want to do the review questions?
Do the trivia first so I can
You usually
breathe
do.
for
So you
a
can
second.
breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
That's kind of why we started doing that this way. So, Patrick Swayze had to convince Jennifer Grey to be in this film. Rochelle says, "We forgive you."
Thank you.
Yes. Roto also, by the way, says, "Worst movie ever." It means nothing. A movie line ever. I'm sorry.
Okay. I was gonna say this movie is definitely
Worst-
not the worst movie.
But it is the worst, like, super known movie quote. We'll get there. We'll get there. All right. So Patrick Swayze had to convince Jennifer Grey to be in the film because she hated him while they were filming Red Dawn. They didn't get along. Red Dawn, not really one that I mean, we've got so much action-y, like testosterone movies for you to watch. I don't know where Red Dawn would ever fit in, but maybe we get there someday if you're into more Patrick Swayze.
They were both in that movie, but she disliked him, and then he wanted her to be in this movie with him.
If I'm not mistaken,
that
and
seems odd.
Chat, help me out if you know anymore. I believe Jennifer Grey actually, was a really accomplished dancer in real life or something like that. So it was, and plus she was an it girl at the time. So all of that. Swayze offered $6 million to do a sequel, but he was not a fan. Swayze was not a fan of sequels, and he turned it down, and that's why they didn't ever do it until like 2020 with Havana Nights, which means nothing. He also insisted on doing his own stunts, including the one where they're dancing on the log, and he kept falling, and he messed up his knee during filming because he insisted on doing his own stunts. The dancing that they do during the love scene was the same dance they did for Screen Test, was not originally supposed to be in the film. Back to the Red Dawn situation, relations between them, Grey and Swayze, varied throughout production. Okay, so they had trouble getting along in Red Dawn and worked things out enough to have a really good screen test, but that initial cooperation faded, and they kept facing off before every scene, apparently.
So maybe that explains some of the issues with maybe some poor writing, because again, some of those lines are just terrible. But also, if they weren't connecting and getting along, then that makes sense for more confusion there.
Right. So there was concern among the production staff that the animosity would endanger the filming of the love scenes. To address this, they forced the stars to watch the initial screen tests, the one with the great chemistry. It had the desired effect. They were able to return to, get the energy back and all of that, blah, 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 blah.
I want to know what they were really fighting about.
Probably ego stuff.
That's
honestly.
what I figured. It's going to be egos.
They were two of the
but
bigger
that stuff
stars
is
in the
interesting,
world. Absolutely. It was probably dumb. The very famous scene where Johnny and Baby are practicing their dancing and they're crawling towards each other. If you look this way, right there, that scene right there, was not intended to be part of the film. This is how bad the writing was. that the shit they were doing, just messing around, ended up in the movie because it was better. They were messing around, warming up to do the real scene, but the director liked it so much.
It was really good. I enjoyed that. It was fun.
Right. And then, again, famous stuff. The director encouraged them to improvise, often kept the cameras rolling, even if they were off script. One example is the scene where she was to stand in front of him with her back to him with the arm up, and where he's tickling her, that we talked about at length.
Wiping her.
Right, wiping her. It was written as serious and tender moment. She was exhausted, was ticklish, couldn't stop giggling, no matter how many takes they tried. Swayze got impatient to finish the scene and found her annoying. However, they decided it worked, and they put it into the film.
It did work. It's a great scene.
It has been called one of the most delicate and honest moments in the film. It
sounds like this movie was it wasn't meant to be, and they somehow just
it was forced
duct taped it
Not
together.
just the drama, but just all of it. Nobody Puts Baby in a Corner line, voted as the number 98 movie quote by the American Film Institute out of 100. I feel like you could go back and watch that movie and just randomly pick another quote that would make more sense and have more weight involved with the film. Swayze actually hated the line and had to muster all his strength to get it out. I know Roto's going to like that one in the chat. Throughout the film, Johnny and Baby always wear contrasting colors. She's very light. He's got very black or something very dark.
Greaser.
And I asked this question out loud as we were watching the film. It was like, this had to have skyrocketed the popularity of Keds, the sneakers. And yes, as a matter of fact, it did. The Keds Champion sneaker ended up selling 10 times their average revenue after the release.
Crazy.
Of Dirty Dancing. That is like the most entertaining bit of post-movie trivia I have for this. So there you go. Now, let's get into your review questions. Starting with, did you like it?
All in all, everything that I've said, even the parts that took me out of the movie, I did actually enjoy this movie. Yeah, some of the drama seemed forced. And, again, if I was 12 years old, 15, even 17, I'd probably be like, no, it's not that bad. The drama's not that bad. You need that extra
You're there
drama.
for all that stuff.
Yeah. Even with all that being said, I fairly enjoyed this movie. The dance scenes are great. When they are connecting, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, when that chemistry from the screen test comes through.
Yeah, and then the pacing of the movie. I mean, it's a shorter movie, which is great because the storyline, there's not a lot of meat there. The dance scenes are great. They don't end up, lagging too long when you're like, okay, just
lingering.
Pick her up already and set her back down. Okay, we're done.
Yeah, and then you do one, and then you have a bunch of. It's like, you know what? Just do more dancing because that was. And then you get, and it's not too much, and it's not too little, and things like that. I love the fact that it's dirty dancing, and it's supposed to come off as this like taboo thing, but there's no real. It's just like, this is new, and I'm afraid of it. Like that's really the dirty part.
I mean, I would say when they're dancing, like the staff members are dancing and they get the close-ups of like the hips
the bump and grind and all that
stuff like that. It does seem a little dirty there, but when it like comes to like the show dance and all of that no.
I mean, I'm from
the
the era of Jersey Turnpiking and the twerking and all that stuff. So at this point, it's just like whatever.
Fair.
All right, the baby in the corner quote payoff
was not there.
So let me.
That was heartbreaking.
That's what I wanted. That is the perfect answer.
It was. I knew it was going to happen at some point in the movie. Forgot about it while watching the movie, and so when it happened, it was just like,
that was
what?
It? That's it.
Yeah.
That was it. You know what it reminds me of, honestly, and you're not going to get this at all, but I know some of the chat might and stuff like that. In the Star Wars prequels, when Anakin Skywalker finally becomes Darth Vader, I thought there was going to be this whole thing about how he gets his name. And Palpatine's just literally like, you're Darth Vader. And it's just like...
That's a bummer.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
What?
Did I say corner? I kind of did, with a W in there.
That's fine.
But anyway, just no payoff to this at all.
No.
I rarely do film you reacting to things because it's hard to kind of sneak the camera in and all that.
Fair.
And I almost, as the scene was coming up, it was like, should I record a reaction to this? But there wouldn't have been a reaction. It would have just been like, huh?
Like, that happened. Okay. Yeah, not a good payoff whatsoever.
When you heard it, were you like, are they going to start screaming this? His name is Robert Paulson. Like, did you expect them to say it again?
No, after
more of
it just happened and like it continued, it was just like, oh, why do people quote this?
Okay. Because that's kind of like the correct response, especially 30 years after the fact and all that stuff. What is your favorite quote? Because it ain't that.
I don't know. I don't really think I have a favorite quote.
There's a couple of lines that were funny, but I wouldn't expect them to be quotes from this movie because apparently there's only one. Did you have a favorite character? Because I know you have a least favorite character.
I have two least favorite characters. We'll debate about them later.
I literally look at. Did you have a favorite character in Dirty Dancing? And she doesn't have an answer right off the bat. What?
It's not Johnny. I'm sorry. It's not Johnny.
The sister.
It's definitely not her.
She's terrible too.
Not the dad. It's definitely not Max. I mean, I don't like going for the main character being the favorite character, but I guess in this case it would be. It would be Baby,
Okay. Roto points out the watermelon, by the way. You didn't write the watermelon down, so I forgot. But those are the freaking biggest and strangest looking watermelon.
Yes, they are.
Is that what watermelon looked like at one point? And we've shrunk them down and
Maybe.
like, what the hell? What was that?
It's a really weird scene where he's juggling the 3 watermelons and she grabs one so she can, go to see where the staff parties and all of that. It's definitely weird.
This episode with the school teacher sex robot and the giant odd watermelons and I don't know, man.
Everything else.
It's just crazy.
It's been a bumpy ride.
All right, where are we? Least favorite character.
There's a handful of them. The dad is not my least favorite character, even though he did make me really mad with his silent treatment behavior.
Disappointed you with his poor parenting skills.
Yeah. silent treatment. Get out of here with that crap. What are you, 12? Come on. When your kids start screaming, I hate you, you don't start screaming, I hate you back. That's not how that works. Thank you so much, Ron Swanson. Very deep dive of Parks and Rec there.
That's right. Yes, that's a poll.
Yeah, sorry. The creepy Neil.
Oh, the grandson.
Yeah, the grandson Neil.
He's
Very
so
creepy, weird, full of himself.
When she's dancing with Johnny, I think it's after the scene. That scene. I can never do that right. I think it's after that scene, and he comes in the room, and she's like, dance, and he's like, dance lessons, huh? I can teach you to dance, kid. And it's just like, who the hell asked you?
Right. And it's
just because our parents told us to hang out doesn't mean that I'm your girlfriend.
right.
Like, that's
and
so
he's
weird.
like taking that's his job and stuff like that, and he's up there. We don't mention Robbie at all, but Robbie is the one who knocked up Penny, and then just kind of like left the scene.
Rochelle
of
mentioned
everything.
it. She says, "Look like I picked the wrong sister." Is that the line? Is that your favorite quote from the movie, Rochelle? Looks like I picked the wrong sister.
That
is a hell of a line.
That is a hell of a line. But that dude, like, what the hell? Like,
I feel like there should have been more of his sleaziness.
I think there was enough
of
it.
There's
I don't
more
need that.
drama when you need
That
it.
is true.
Right? Like,
I mean, you could do that, and it didn't have to be the forced drama.
like him
I mean,
trying to frame Johnny or some nonsense like
Yeah.
would have fit maybe a little. I don't know. We're not here to fix the movie. We're just here to watch it for Naomi's first time ever.
yeah. But yeah, Robbie is definitely a terrible character because he is the sleazeball, and he's supposed to be. So
Yeah.
it works out.
Does it well.
Yeah.
Cringe level 1 through 2. Well, hold on. I've got to show you the picture of the actor who plays Robbie because it's a picture of him now. And it's like, oh, that doesn't do the character justice or, any good justice anyway. Cringe level 1 through 10.
Oh, gosh. It's up there.
I don't think it's super cringy because it's set in the 60s. So it's like, it sort of plays to all those old school stereotypes and
I don't
things
know,
like
but
that.
those old school stereotypes are cringy.
Are cringy. Yeah, okay. Good point. Excellent point.
6.8.
6.8.
That's what I'm giving it for a cringe level.
All right, so that's cringe level. Did you have a discomfort level on this one? I don't think so.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't
Keep
think.
it with the cringe level.
They didn't say the title of the movie in the movie, which would have been probably made this a lot better too, right? Like even better.
It probably would have got more points for that compared to Nobody Puts Baby in a Corner.
For real, they had figured out a way just to say "Dirty Dancing" in the movie.
Yeah.
What did you know about it going in?
I knew we were gonna have that line, and that was about it. I knew we'd have some dancing.
I knew we'd have some dancing. There better be. It better be filthy.
That's about all I knew. There was one scene where like she just starts practicing dancing, and she's practicing outside, and I feel like the song is like Wipeout or something.
It is. Yeah.
But she does a couple of moves, and she does the one move where like there's the railing, and she kind of like throws herself back, and I'm like, hey, I've seen that before. I don't know
Posters.
where or whatever. Yeah, but I was like, okay. So I did know that, whatever that means.
Whatever that means.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's it.
Yeah, that's what you knew going. That's what you knew
Yeah.
going in. What were your thoughts going into watching Dirty Dancing?
I thought this was gonna be super cheesy. Again, I think I was assuming Footloose here.
So with that, because again, I can't remember if I had seen Footloose before we watched it or had seen it, but a long time ago. And then this one I had seen so much, and because they're both dance themed, I
Yeah.
really had confused. I would watch this so much more over Footloose. Like if you put me in a room and I have to pick one, just fine. I'll laugh
Yeah.
at the whole goofiness of this one instead of like Footloose is just Jesus.
Yeah. So I was expecting like Footloose. I was expecting the kind of cheesiness and whatever. I thought, okay, it's a shorter movie, but it's still going to be a watch. Like I honestly didn't have high hopes. I'm sorry, everybody. I just personally did not have high hopes going in here. Good thing is that wasn't the actual
right.
case.
No need to apologize.
I liked it better than what I expected.
Which
I
is
had
always great, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, absolutely. It sucks when it's the other way
we
around.
don't want it to be bad and whatever, but sometimes we just got to call this shit out. You know what I mean?
Yes.
What surprised you?
Again, how much I enjoyed it. Again, the pacing was good with the dancing and all of that. Surprising how anticlimactic that line was. I can't get over that. Because people have quoted me that line when I would say, no, I haven't seen Dirty Dancing. What? You haven't seen Dirty Dancing? Nobody puts baby in a corner. And making me think that it's this huge moment.
Yeah, I mean...
And it's not. It wasn't anything.
There's just so many... I mean, yikes.
I'm not joking about that either. Like, I can picture at
Oh,
least
I've been
4
there.
people. Yes.
In our chat, when we put up the picture, can you guess what the movie is this week? Multiple people said nobody puts baby in a corner, or nobody puts Naomi in a corner, or something like that. And it's just like, it doesn't matter. She just sat there. Nobody put her there.
No. Even if they did. Like,
Again, the father's just like, what? You know what I mean? Like, we've never discussed this. You can't be mad about it.
right. Well, Johnny got mad about a lot of things.
Like,
You know,
really,
he did have some
irrationally
anger
mad.
issues.
How am I going to fit into society?
I'll be mad.
You understand that that's a little bit of Armin Tamzarian in The Simpsons? Like a little bit of like the whole no good Nick type thing is sort of like that character and characters like it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Would you have liked it more or less if you saw it when you were younger? Kind of touched on this already.
I probably would have liked it more, like you said.
Yeah, you watch it when you're 12. You know, we
Yeah.
had a sleepover with a bunch of giggly girls and stuff, you
I
know.
would absolutely love it. I might even, think Johnny was a little bit cuter, as...
Less dweeby.
Yeah. My age right now, no. That was kind of a
R.I.P.
dweeby
to the
dude.
Swayze.
Yeah, sorry.
We'll see what you think
probably
after
would-
Point Break.
Okay.
That's
Probably
Swayze,
would
right?
like it more. I still liked it, though,
Good. Good. Again, we don't want you to not like the movies,
Yeah.
right? Favorite part?
I liked all the dancing. It was fun. I liked when Johnny and Baby actually seemed connected and all of that. There were some scenes where it was just like, oh my gosh, like this is a good love story. Yes.
That's your favorite part?
I mean, that part's great. And especially like her timing when she's like behind I don't know, dresser or not dresser.
Oh, when they're like lip syncing to the song and stuff like
and
that.
she
yeah.
like peeks out the other side, and like it's just fun.
That is probably a lot of people's favorite part of that movie,
Yeah.
if I had to guess.
And
'cause
it
it's
wasn't
iconic.
even going to be in it, which is insane.
It's crazy to me that scene, being it's a great scene, and the one that people want to talk about with this stupid movie is nobody puts baby in a corner. I don't understand. I want to know how that became a thing. Like, was
I
that
don't
did Seinfeld make it a thing, or I don't know. Least favorite part of the movie. The dad pouting on the porch with the leaves falling around him
No,
in his tennis sweater.
even though that is a really bad part. No, it's the big drama between Johnny and Baby when she goes to his cabin to tell him that she loves him, and she doesn't even say that. She just says something about like, I'm afraid of leaving here and like not feeling the way that I've felt with you. She says something along those lines,
Yeah.
which is like, okay, you're being all just come out and say what you actually feel. We don't have to get artsy fartsy here, and let him get mad over nothing, because that's how we've done the writing in this movie. Like, that whole scene is just it's garbage. They should have done a rewrite.
Garbage.
It
All
is.
right. All right.
There's a lot of scenes that are more dramatic than they need to be, and that was definitely one of them that could have been done better. It just, again, it's very confusing. It seems like they don't know
They can't figure it out.
what they're angry about.
What are you
or
shouting about?
upset
I don't
about.
know.
Yeah. And really took me out of the movie. I mean, that took me completely out of the movie to the point where I was just like, all right, let's just get to the next scene.
Yeah.
So I can get back into this.
I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. Makes sense. Would you recommend it to the other person in the world who hasn't seen it?
Yeah, wherever she is, or he, you should definitely watch it. I mean, it's not going to be, it's not as bad as you think.
All right. Well put. Well put.
Yeah.
Watching it again?
Yeah, I definitely watch this movie again. I actually, a little ashamed that I have not seen it yet.
One of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, I
It's like, man, I could have been watching this, once every other year for.
Yeah, like again, I would definitely watch this again. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm kind of bummed that it took me 35 years to freaking get there.
That's how I felt when it took me so long to watch The Big Lebowski. It was like 5 years after that came out, and it was just like, where have you been all my life?
It hurts a little.
You know?
Yeah.
You stopping and watching Dirty Dancing if it's on TV?
Yeah, probably. There's a possibility.
What
there.
scenes you want to see? What are you stopping for?
All the dance scenes.
All the dance scenes.
All the dance
Yep.
scenes.
So you're happy you watched it?
Yes.
Does it hold up? I can always make an argument for something being set, in the past. Even if it was made 30, 40 years ago. If it's set in the past, it's easier for it to hold up because you're probably closer to what the technology and things look like anyway. You know what I mean? The film was a little more grainy and stuff.
not going on a retreat altogether. That part's not going to hold up.
That whole thing is such a trip too. And we were talking about that earlier where the owner is just like, God, I feel like this is all ending. Kids don't want to come spend a summer with their family learning how to foxtrot. That was it, right? And it's like, I can't believe they ever did.
Yeah.
This is crazy. All right. Well, that's it. That's Naomi's Under a Rock review of the legendary Dirty Dancing. It is done. That's it. No more movies. We're all done. We've got so many more.
We've got so many more.
Last episode, if you were with us, we ran down what we have on the list. We have since added a couple to the list since last episode.
We also had a long talk about Seven. If you guys remember that, go back in the chat to last time about Seven, and we have continued to talk about Seven. It's gonna happen.
The Seven discourse has continued. I've been attacked from multiple fronts about
I have to watch it now. Curiosity
man
has
up and
gotten
watch
to
Seven
me.
again and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So chances are we'll add Seven to the list. We have added Roadhouse, of course, because Naomi's got to see the famous Utica Club beer scene. And, Roadhouse. And
All I know from that is Peter Griffin. So,
over the weekend, we discovered Naomi's never seen Dumbo.
yeah. I don't know how that came up either, but yeah, I haven't seen that one.
So that would probably be one of the quicker reviews ever, because I can't imagine Dumbo's an hour and a half long.
And I'm guessing the storyline isn't very meaty either.
Might have more substance than Dirty Dancing.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Yeah, Dumbo's on the list. So we've got another cartoon one coming up here in a little bit.
That's right. We got a couple.
Yeah.
We've got a couple. We've got several double reviews as well, movies that I just never got around to seeing that, of course, Naomi has no idea even what they are. So
Never even heard
we've
of
got a
half
few of
these.
those coming up as well. But that's going to do it for Dirty Dancing. I am happy we finally got to this, and I really am. We've said it a whole bunch of times. I'm happy that it is not Footloose.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely true there. And again, I'm still ashamed it took me this long to watch that movie, and it wasn't.
Well, that's the whole point of the podcast, right? Is to shame you for not watching
That's right,
all the
you know?
movies that you should have seen years and years and
That's
years
right.
ago.
All right, it's time for Thought of the Day.
Thought of the day, thought of the day. It's your thought of the day, thought of the day.
And my goal is to shame you
There
every
we go.
time you sing that.
That is my punishment, by the way, for my behavior on the show, is having
That's
to do
right.
that.
Yeah.
That's if you're new here and you don't know.
That's how that works.
That's literally, if you are new here and don't know why I sing that every time. Dumbo, 78 minutes long.
All right.
That's his guess, by the way. My dad just like, you know what? I'm just throwing a number out there.
I hope it is 78 minutes long.
Yeah, one day back in the day, I started singing Thought of the Day that way, and I was never allowed to stop. So
Yeah.
that's why I do that every time. I don't like it any more than you do. So
But it is what it is.
It is what it is. Lay it on us.
So people who jog on the roads in the dark, wearing dark clothing and no lights or reflectors, they're a unique combination of a person who cares about their health and well-being and don't actually care about their health and well-being.
That's well put. Yes.
Just saying.
If you're jogging at night, please wear white. That's what Uncle Tony says at the end of every one of his shows. So,
I do like Uncle Tony.
of course you do.
Yes. All right. Luke, you going to leave us with a laugh?
I-
We've had plenty already, so, some good and bad.
I'm going to do my best here. What's brown and rhymes with Snoop?
I don't know.
Dr. Dre. I like that one a lot. I think I've actually said that one. Rodo
I
says,
actually like that one too.
Rodo says, Dumbo is 64 minutes and has twice the drama. Not as forced either, because he's like got to find his mom. So it's not, you know.
He does?
I believe that's the premise of Dumbo. I haven't seen that. Wow. Since I was, is that the one with the crows? Anyway, all right.
What?
Sorry. Way off. Way off. More jokes. How about that? You ready?
I am.
6 out of 7 dwarves aren't happy.
Fair.
I love that
I get
one.
it.
That's a thinker.
No, it's not.
What do you call a penguin in the desert?
Thirsty?
Lost.
Fair.
And I got one more here. I'm so happy I remembered to pull this one up. Yesterday, one of my good friends told me I often make people uncomfortable by violating their personal space. It was a really hurtful thing to say. It completely ruined our bath.
So stupid. The fact that you think that's so funny.
Oh, wait. I have more.
No, we
Yes,
don't need more.
I got more. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Dishes.
Dishes who?
Dishes Sean Connery. And the last one. My grandfather single-handedly destroyed 60 German tanks in World War II. They called him the worst mechanic in the SS.
That's good.
I like
That's
that.
a good one. Yeah.
Yes, those are.
I'll take that.
That's my best showing in a couple of weeks. How about that?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah,
All right.
take a bow and all that.
That is going to do it for episode 147 of Luke and Naomi on Air, featuring Naomi's very under a rock review of Dirty Dancing. Stay tuned. We got a few weeks before we're taking any time off, right? So I'm just trying to housekeeping and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
We'll be back-
Possibly in a month.
all right, so it's going to
But
be a
we'll
while.
see.
No worries. We'll be back next week then with something else. I don't know
knows
what. Not
Yeah.
7. Not
Not
yet.
ready for yet?
Not yet.
No?
I don't. We'll do like this crazy run of 7 and then some other.
No, we should do a bunch.
psychological-
We'll do like Dumbo and like a lot of really
Just go
light-hearted
back
ones.
and forth.
No, and then just jump right into 7.
They're gonna be like Barbenheimer, where you do Oppenheimer and then you lighten it up with Barbie.
Yeah. No, we're gonna do a run of Disney movies.
7
and
bow.
All of that.
Dumvin.
Just stop.
I like it. Come on. For it. All right. Luke and Naomi on air everywhere. And don't forget to check out lukeandnaomi.com. She's got some updates on some of the posts that
Yeah.
we do, so you can kind of check out a little bit of our back catalog and what we talked about and all of that stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah.
We got other things up there as well. Luke and Naomi on air everywhere. Don't forget Love Hate Lists every Monday as well. And we are here, audio listeners, 7:30 Eastern time on the YouTube channel. Hope you can join us next week. As always, thank you to the chat too.
Yeah,
Appreciate
it's always
y'all.
fun. Yes.
Definitely fun having some people make jokes along with us while we're doing this live. But until episode 148, have some fun this week and be excellent to each other.
Love you. Bye.
All right. Another good show, chat. Well done.
That's right.
Rodo, thanks for changing your name so we know
Who you are.
who you are. Yeah.